the back of your body. So we gave these two chambers, the star sign, and that star sign we read Domanasa Sahagata. So yesterday you had Somanasa, now we have Domanasa. Somanasa is pleasant mental feeling. Domanasa is painful mental feeling. Painful mental feeling. Sahagata, accompanied by painful mental feeling. Patiga Samprayuta. So you can read the page, top of page 27. So we read the page. Domanasa Sahagata. Patiga Samprayuta. Asamharita Ita. Next one. Domanasa Sahagata. Patiga Samprayuta. Sasamharita Ita. So the meanings are well meaning. Domanasa is the painful mental feeling or displeasure. Patiga is the same as dosa. It means anger, hatred, evil, or resentment. So you can translate the meaning of the two figures. So we begin from the red Eta, means one consciousness. Asankharika means unprompted. And Domanasa Sahagata, accompanied by pleasure. And Patiga Samyuta, connected with evil or associated with evil. The next one, you have instead of Asankharika, you change it to Sasankharika, that means prompted. It's prompted one. Now this dosa mula chitta also arises very often in us every day. So when you got up in the morning, wash your face, and you look into the mirror, you saw the most beautiful lady or some gentleman there. But when you look at your face, you feel that, oh, my face is big, haggard, oh, this pimples, big, getting bigger. So you don't like it. So you don't like it, so you get this pleasure. So at that time you get dosa mula chitta. If that dosa mula chitta arises spontaneously without being prompted by you, so we say it is asankharika. Asankharika dosa mula chitta. Whenever this dosa mula chitta arises, it always is accompanied by painful mental feeling. Or you can say, whenever you have painful mental feeling, you are having this anger and opposition. So, in the course of one day, we are encountering many sense objects. If you appreciate or like the sense object, the lobha mula chitta arises. If you like to appreciate it, you desire it, then lobha mula chitta arises. If you don't like it, if you are disappointed with it, or if you are not pleased with it, then you get dosa mula chitta. So also in social dating, if you don't appreciate the dating, then dosa mula chitta arises. Now in modern living, so we have a lot of pressure. So like in Singapore, you have to walk there from morning till 7, till 9. So the higher position you hold, the later stress what you, so what do you have? So we call it stress and strain. Stress and strain and tension. So if you cannot get rid of that kind of tension, if you're not aware of that kind of tension, so this, your mind, your consciousness, has influence on the body. It has influence on the body. So very soon, you will develop a lot of physical ailments, like headache, chronic headache, or the chest pain, the back pain, and the ulcer. You may go to consult the doctor. They will not find any cause. Just give you some tranquilizer. So by taking tranquilizer, your mind is a little bit more tranquilized. So you say, oh, it's good. But just a moment. If you cannot control your mind, sooner or later you have trouble. So it's very important to be aware of this dose of lunch. It's rising in you. So try to get rid of it. Now, the next topic is on page 28, Moha Mula Cheta. So Moha, this thing Moha is ignorance or delusion. Ignorance or delusion. So when we say ignorance, we are ignorant of the outer realities that make up our body and mind. So, Moha Mula, then ignorance, rooted consciousness. There are only two of them. So they have negative side. So we shall go ahead just like yesterday. Upekha Sahagata. One is Vijiveka Samyukta, and the next one is Udaka Samyukta. So we can read the name below the symbols there. Number one is Upekha Sahagata, Vijiveka Samyukta, Eka. The next one, Upekha Sahagata, Udaka Samyukta, Eka. Eka just means one consciousness. One consciousness accompanied by Upekha Sahagata, accompanied by neutral feeling, or accompanied by indifference. Vijiveka Samyukta. Samyukta means it is associated with Vijiveka. So what is Vijiveka? We get the meaning below. Vijiveka is something of doubt about the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, and the Trinity. So if you have any doubt about the teachings of the Buddha, any aspect of the teaching, just like karma in its result, or samsara, we say the law of rebirth. So if you have also down with the training, you can divide the mind stage by stage. Well, we say you have Vijiveka. So if you have that setting of Dhamma, you are having informed mind. You are having informed mind. Better than let mind. No, better than let mind Dhamma. But if you have Dhamma that is not connected with the teaching, you don't call it Vijiveka. You may have Dhamma, whether my friend will come to me or not. Okay, people nowadays, especially the young one, they used to have about the Dhamma, the Sangha, and also the Trinity. They said the Buddha appeared in the world more than 2,500 years ago. That the Buddha, he attained only science. Because some Buddha, that he knows everything they should know. So they have done. What they know, they ask me, what the Buddha know, the modern science. What do you know about the science? So I told them, science deals with only matter and energy. Rupa. So Father Buddha taught in Abhidhamma. He explained all the psychophysical phenomena. The psychophysical phenomena is the mind and mental. All these complicated phenomena has been explained by Buddha. So why would we know this modern science? Oh, if he paid attention, he would know it. But they say, why did he teach the modern science in the way? Because it's not necessary for your emancipation from suffering. That's true. Science become very wide. I specialize in chemistry. Even in chemistry, we have many branches, like inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, analytical chemistry. No? So, even in organic chemistry, you can just specialize just a little portion. Now I specialize in all these things. They do help me in my emancipation from suffering, not the science of subject. You may know all the science subject, but you will not know how to purify how to purify. So at one time, Buddha was in the forest and he picked 2 leaves and he asked the man, which do you think is more? The leaves in my hand or the leaves in the whole forest? Or the leaves in the whole forest is much more than the leaves in your hand. Yes, you should know that what I do should be compared with the leaves in the whole forest. What I teach should be compared to the leaves in my hand. So he taught only a small portion of what he knew. And he didn't want to teach anything that has nothing that would not help our liberation from suffering. What is most important is to escape from this cycle of suffering. So what is necessary for that? He emphasized. So he said, what I need is only the 2 motions. So if you understand the full motions thoroughly, then you will be enlightened. And you will become immortal. You can enjoy the highest place you can learn. What else do you need if you get the highest place, the highest position? And some people they say to the Dhamma, oh, that is not 2,500 years old, it must be outdated. No use in the modern age. It's much more useful in the modern age than in the old age. Because people have more sensitivity. What do they do in this modern age? They have many problems to solve that they cannot solve. Just like the Indian Prime Minister Nehru said, we should pay respect to the teachings of the Buddha in solving all these world problems. So, without basing on loving kindness and concentration for humanity, so you cannot solve all problems. You cannot solve. Okay. Now the next one, Uddhacca is restlessness. Your mind is restless. The mind is very quick. It can travel from one sense of day to another very quickly. So while I'm teaching you, I can just before my house in Yangon. So I'm looking at my daughters and sons. So my mind can be very. So it can travel all over the world very good. So if you cannot control it, it is always restless. So if you are restless, you will not understand what I teach. So even though you attend, go and quit. So only more movement check. So we finished all the 12 in moral consciousness. So though they are just 12, they arise most of the time in worldliness, you might say, in worldliness. Why? Why do they arise most of the time in us? Why do they arise most of the time? Because we are being under the influence of these 3 rules of Abhidhamma. since birth, they come along with the mind, with the ministry. Whenever we encountering the sense of their lives. So they are the first one rising the mind. So they control the mind, they influence the mind. So people just trying to do according to their will. So the ignorance, the moha makes us to be ignorant of what is good, what is bad, what is small, and what is immoral. And we do not know what the karma is result. So it also gives delusion. All sense pleasure is good. So the men, women really exist, and money is good, wealth is good, power is good, popularity is good. So low pray for this. We pray for this. So these are the kinds of this moha and loha. So when we cannot gratify our desire, those are loha. So those is free most of the time. And that is also the reason the Buddha said when people die, then here he gives the sympathy, that is the example. He plays the little drop of blood on his tongue, and he asks the baby, what do you think again? The grains of sand on my tongue and the grains of sand in the whole heart. So it is more, he said. Well, again, it's very obvious. The grains of sand in the whole heart is much, much more than the grains of sand on the stomach. So he said, now when living beings die, so when we say living beings, it includes man and animals, and the robots and the ladies, all these living beings. So when they die, the number of the living beings who are born in this whole realm, so this whole realm is supposed to be the human realm, and the Deva realm and the Brahma realm, these are the best realms. So if the people who are born in this realm amount to the number of grains on my tongue, the people who the living beings who are born in the old state, they outnumber the number of grains in the whole tongue. It much different. Very few can get the best grade. So, and the reason we can, as at first, I was perplexed. How can it be? Now, when you must study, we will understand. Because only apples are cheap. Immortal minds are rising. These immortal minds will send you the and the statement. Cakkaro abaya, saka geha satisa. Very important. Cakkaro abaya, saka geha satisa. They are the permanent homes of the living. Those are the permanent homes of the living. So we come to the human existence as a visitor. So when the sun sets and when your lifespan is over, you will go back to your home. You will go back to your home. That is the whole state. So we should be very careful about that. That is reality. It is reality. So if you can develop supernormal power and you can see people dying and also when they are being born, you can verify this statement of the God. Okay. Now we go to page 13. The second group of changes in Pali, we have the A, we pronounce A. It means the opposite of the negative. So Hetu. So Hetu means the root. Hetu means rootless. Rootless consciousness. So we give the meaning below. Hetu is the same as Dula. They have the same meaning. The cause or the root condition. The root condition. So Kusala Hetu. Kusala Hetu. Kusala, you already know, it is immoral. Akusa. Hetu means roots. So what are the unwholesome roots? Lopa, dosa, and moha. So they are the three roots that are present in these immoral consciousness. Now, what is the characteristic of Lopa? Lopa, we say greed. We translate it greed. And what is its characteristic? So it is desire, craving, and attention. So the next one, dosa. Dosa, we say, is anger or hatred. So what is its characteristic? This dosa. So it is very rough and very cruel. So it can destroy. So the Buddha said dosa is the most destructive element in the world. The most destructive element in the world. So when you go and you shoot any man, it's a dosa, only the trigger. So when the American president gave the order to drop the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, it's dosa. So dosa. So it's most destructive element. It's very cruel, very rough, and so it is evil, we say. And moha, we say it is ignorance and delusion. Now, the next one is kusala hetu, the wholesome roots. So, what are the wholesome roots? Just the opposite of those unwholesome roots. Lopa, dosa, moha. So, you just put down the meaning, generosity. Generosity is the good meaning for lopa. So it is the opposite of lopa. Lopa is greed. So lopa is greedlessness. Greedlessness. If you are greedless, you are not attached to your possession, then you are ready to give away your wealth in charity. So we say it is generosity. It is generosity. Now, dosa, the opposite of dosa, opposite of ill will. So you can say it is goodwill. Goodwill. It is dosa. And moha, opposite of moha, ignorance. So it is wisdom or knowledge. Knowledge or wisdom. So, if we have the wholesome rule arising in our mind, we shall have the kusala cake, wholesome cake. If unwholesome rule, lopa, dosa, moha arising in our mind, you will have kusala cake. Now, these 18 cake, we call ahituka, they have no rules. They are altogether 6 roots. 3 moral roots and 3 immoral roots. Altogether 6 roots. So in the ahituka cita, no roots. No roots. Now we classify them into 3 roots. Kusala vipaka cita, there are 7 of them. And then ahituka, kusala vipaka cita, 8 of them. And then 3 ahituka tariya cita. Now we shall take the first rule. So we have the title of page 31. Akusala vipaka cita. So akusala, you already know, is what is akusala? Unwholesome all in all. Vipada is resultant changes consciousness. So unwholesome resultant consciousness. So we give you the meaning at the bottom of page 30 there. At the bottom of page 30 there, you get the note there. Near the bottom, Vipada means karma result, the result of the karma, the past karma. So kriya or kriya means just function. And Vipada changes and kriya changes are karmically neutral changes. That means they are karmically ineffective. They produce no karmic result. So these Vipada changes, they are the karma result of the past changes. So in the past, we perform in all these which Kusala changes. So in this existence, we have the result, the karma result of those Kusala changes. So therefore, Kusala Vipada changes. Okay? Actually, I give the explanation of page 30 at the middle there. At the middle of page 30, you can see there are 18 Vipada changes. They may be classified in 3 groups. One is Akusala Vipada changes. So Akusala is unwholesome, and Vipada is resultant changes that arise as the inevitable results of Akusala changes that have arisen in past existences. And two Ahituka Kusala Vipada changes. So Ahituka means rootless, Kusala means wholesome, and Vipada again resultant changes that arise as the inevitable result of Kusala changes. Actually, they are the result of our past wholesome deeds, wholesome actions. So as a result of that, we get these changes. And number 3, Ahituka Kriya changes. Ahituka means rootless, Kriya means functional. So they are rootless, functional consciousness. Now we can go to the page 31, the Akusala Vipada changes. There are 7 of them. If you look at the symbols, 6 of them have the negative sign. And the 5th one, we have this symbol. So you should read it as Dukkha Sahakata. This one. Now Dukkha is painful bodily feeling. Manasa is painful mental feeling. So here Dukkha is painful bodily feeling. So if hospital bites you, you get painful bodily feeling. If your hands are burnt, you get painful bodily feeling. So if you have a boil in the legs, so you have pain, so that will be dukkha. So we can read that the names are given below the table there. Since they have the negative sign, we should begin Ubbikha Sahakata. So here, Ubbikha Sahakata. Now this the stands for Chakku Vijnana. Chakku means eye. Vijnana means consciousness. Same as Chaita. Chaita and Vijnana, they mean same. So it is the consciousness in the eye, so we call it eye consciousness. So you have the meaning below. Eye consciousness accompanied by indifferent or neutral feeling. Okay? Then number 2, because Sota Vijnana. Sota means the ear. So Sota Vijnana means ear consciousness. Number 3, Jiva. Jiva, Vijnana. Jiva is the tongue. So we say it's tongue consciousness. And number 5, you should read Dukkha Sahagadam. Dukkha Sahagadam. Kaya Vijnana. Kaya means the body. So it's body consciousness accompanied by painful feeling. Painful feeling. Number 6, again, because Sampadechana means receptive or receiving consciousness accompanied by indifference. Number 7, because Santirana means investigating. So Chaita means consciousness. So there are 7 consciousnesses. The first 5 are consciousnesses that are aware of the 5 senses. Alright? Aware of the 5 senses, which object the sound, the smell, the taste, and the touch. And the number 6 and number 7, we give you explanation on the next page. So the last 2, that is Sampadechana Chaita and Santirana Chaita, represent 2 connecting stages in the process of cognition. The process of cognition means the process to be aware of an object. The process to be aware of an object, we call it the process of cognition or cognizing process. So, we also give you an example below how the process of cognition arises. Now, for example, when a visible object appears in the eye, visible object strikes the eye and it appears in the eye, a series of consciousness has to arise and dissolve in order to see the object. First, Pancadwara Vachana, the 5 note and words, and first the consciousness towards the object. Now, yesterday we tell you about Pancadwara Vachana, so we told you. So this Pancadwara Vachana Chaita, we know is the 5 note and body consciousness. The 5 note means 5 notes in the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, and the body. They are known as the 5 notes. So if any sense object appears in one of these notes, it is always this Pancadwara Vachana to confront that sense object first. Not in confront, it takes notice of the sense object. So only when it takes notice of the sense object, then other consciousness will follow in order to know this sense object. Now, the next sense of the consciousness will be, we continue reading. Then, Chakku Vijnana, eye consciousness, makes the sense impression. It makes the sense impression. Actually, eye consciousness is aware of the sense object. It is the eye consciousness, it is aware of the sense object. So it is a sort of making impression. The sense object makes impression on eye consciousness. So eye consciousness can be aware of the sense object. Now, after that, this eye consciousness, it arises just for a very short moment. So when the sense object strikes it, it arises just for a short moment. Remember, in one snap of the hand, 1,000 billion chaitas can arise and dissolve. So, for one chaita, the lifespan will be 1,000 billion times. No. So, one by 1,000 billion of this, very short. Just finish. So, but only eye consciousness It is usually, we call it the law of consciousness. Take that here, the law of consciousness. When a consciousness is about to dissolve, it transfers all its property to the next arising consciousness. So this mind consciousness, before it dissolves, it passes over the impression of a sense object to the next arising of consciousness. And that consciousness, we call it then samadhi, receptive consciousness receive the sense impression. So here you see samadhi arises to receive that consciousness and to preserve it for just one conscious moment. Then it dissolves again. Now before it dissolves again, it passes the impression to the next arising consciousness, and that is Santirana. Then Santirana investigating consciousness, investigates the sense impression. So that the sense impression is transferred to Santirana Chaitanya, and it is the function of Santirana Chaitanya to investigate whether the sense object is pleasant or not. So, it not only receives the impression, it has to make the investigation. Then again it will dissolve. Before it dissolves, it passes over the next consciousness, and we say, then Mano Dvara Vachana, the mind of environment consciousness, this one. Then you have Pancha Dvara Vachana and Mano Dvara Vachana. So this one. This consciousness makes the decision. It makes the decision. It determines whether the sense object is pleasant or not. You will go more quickly. So it makes the decision. So when it makes the decision that the sense object is very beautiful, then after that, Lopa Mula Mula. So Lopa Mula Mula is only at the time. When we look at the movie actress, we get we appreciate or we desire the sense of it, but all these things have already arisen. So whatever the sense of it you're paying attention, it is always Prajna or Vajana to confirm that sense of it. Then it is the sense of it is in the ear, in the eye consciousness for eye. Then after that, some potential change arises, receiving the sense object, and then some hirana arises to investigate whether it is good object. Then Manodvara Vajana decide whether it is good object. So if it is good, desirable, pleasant, then Lopa Chaitanya. So only at that stage we know the sense object, and we enjoy it. We enjoy it by watching the movie, etc. So the same thing happens when the sound strikes the ear. When the sound strikes the ear, we say the sound appears in the ear. Then again it would be Pancha Dvara Vachana to take notice of that sense object in the ear. Then what will arise? If there is an object in the ear consciousness will arise. Ear consciousness will arise, so it will take the impression of the sound. So it knows the sound. When it dissolves and it transfers the sound to the next one, sound attention, receiving consciousness, and then Santirana, resting consciousness, and then Manodvara Vajana again to make the decision. To make the decision. So if it makes the decision, oh, it is music, it's very pleasant, again, Lopa Mula Chaitanya, alright, enjoying that sound. So if the decision, oh, it is not pleasant, it is abusing language, it is scolding me, so what will happen? Dosa Mula Chaitanya. So if the sound is not affected, so in that case you don't pay attention, then more harm will take that. So it goes on like that. Okay. So in that way, Sampadichana and Santira, they are also necessary to complete the process of completion. So, in order to know the sense of if you understand these Kusala Vipaka Chaya, then you can understand Kusala Vipaka Chaya. So they are given on page 4 near the bottom. Abhidhamma means rootless, or not here. On page 32, at the bottom of page 32. Abhidhamma, Kusala is wholesome, Vipaka resultant consciousness. So this class comprises 8 chapters. So they are similar to the 7 Akusala chapters. Now if you look at this chart, they are described together here. So we can compare. They are the same thing. What is the difference? So the 5th chapter, instead of this symbol, we gave the B symbol. So we call it Sukha Sahagana. So Sukha would be the opposite of Dukkha. Dukkha is painful bodily feeling. So what should be Sukha? Pleasant bodily feeling. Accompanied by pleasant bodily feeling. Remember, they are the Kusala Vipaka. Kusala is wholesome resultant. So the resultant, the effect of good karma, good deeds, good very good deeds. So the effect will be good. So we have Sukha Sahagana accompanied by pleasant bodily feeling. And we have one more consciousness. It is the Somana Sahagana Santirana Chaya. So in addition to the Upikara Sahagana Sankirana Chaya, we have another one that is Somana Sahagana Sankirana Chaya. So the meaning will be the same. Now let's read this 8 chapter. So their names are given on page 33, but I would like you to read without looking your book. Okay, let's read them together. Upika Sahagana Jakku Vijnana. Upika Sahagana Sota Vijnana. Upika Sahagana Gana Vijnana. Upika Sahagana Jiva Vijnana. So this one is Sukha Sahagana Kaya Vijnana. And then Upika Sahagana Sampadichana Chaitanya. Upika Sahagana Santirana Chaitanya. Somana Sahagana Santirana Chaitanya. So Jakku, Sota, Gana, Jiva, Kaya, Sampadichana, Santirana. So you have to be familiar with that. So Jakku, Sota, Gana, Jiva, Kaya, and Sampadichana and Santirana. So you already know the meaning. Now they are Kusala Vipaka, the result of wholesome deeds in the past. So they should be work perfect. So the Kusala Vipaka, they are the result of the unwholesome actions of the past. So they should we have two hypotheses. One is the result of the past unwholesome deed, and one is the result of the past wholesome deed. Now, when you are watching a movie, now you're seeing the actors and actresses, then what data will arise at that time? Now you're taking an examination. So asking you, so which data will arise? When you're watching a movie, or you're looking at a very beautiful painting, or you're sitting in beautiful rose. So itu di cakup winyana, which one? Aku selalu pada cakup winyana, or selalu pada cakup winyana? Which one? Which one? Cannot decide. So is it the good effect or the bad effect? To see some pleasant thing, to see some pleasant thing is enjoyment. It is enjoyment. It is the enjoyment of the past good karma. When you are born as a rich person, as a princess, or as a prince, so you can enjoy all the good things. So because of that good karma, we say you can enjoy all these good things. So while you are enjoying these good things, they are the result of the past. So it should be wholesome, the kusala vipaka, gentle vinyana. Now at the bottom of page 33, the second last paragraph, at the bottom of page 33, I think you should pay attention to it. Now according to Abhidhamma, one is in contact with disagreeable senses on account of one's own past unwholesome deed. And at these instances, akusala vipaka changes will arise in the cognition process. So that would make it clear. So if you are encountering unpleasant sense object, unpleasant visible form, like the say excrement, dead carcasses, the corpses, so the dirty places, so that would be the result of your unwholesome deed. And when you enter the toilet, oh, it smells so bad. So it is also your akusala karma. It is akusala karma. You should not blame others. You should blame your karma, yourself. Oh, I don't perform karma in the past. Otherwise, if I am born a prince, I will not encounter such dirty places. If you are a prince or a princess, only good things. So, if you are enjoying good things, it's the result of your karma. If you are enjoying bad things, it is the result of your bad karma. So, in the result of bad karma, akusala vipaka take care of it. Akusala vipaka take care of it. So, when you are seeing like the extreme dirty places, akusala vipaka cakup vinyana arises. So if you are hearing someone abusing you, then again, akusala vipaka sota vinyana arises. And if you are smelling very bad things, what will arise? Akusala vipaka dana arises. So if akusala vipaka by consciousness, here consciousness arise, then akusala vipaka sampajana will receive the sense of that. Sanjirana fairly pleasant, then Upika Sahagata, somebody Ranachita will investigate. If the sense object is very good, very pleasant, then even by investigating, you are having joy. You are having joy. So at that time, Somana Sahagata, somebody Ranachita will investigate. Okay, now? So, we can go to page 34. So again, please look at the second paragraph on page 34. Now, therefore, there are a pair of Jatu Vijnana eye consciousness, a pair of Sota Vijnana ear consciousness, a pair of Gana Vijnana nose consciousness, a pair of Jiva Vijnana tongue consciousness, and a pair of Kaya Vijnana body consciousness. These 5 pairs together are called Panja Vijnana. So I like you to remember Panja Vijnana. Means pair. Means pair. Panja means 5. So 5 pairs. Vijnana means consciousness. 5 pairs of consciousness. So this 5 pairs. Plus 5 here and the plus 5 below. The 5 pairs altogether 10 children. They are known as Panja Vijnana. And you should also take note that there are 2 Sampati children and 3 Sampati children. Okay? Now we finish this group, we can go to the last one. They took 3 at the bottom of page 34. He took 3 children. He took means rootless. 3 means function. And changes the consciousness. Now in the box, you can see the symbols of these 3 children. The first 2 are negative signs, so we call it Upika Sahagata. The third one is Somanasa Sahagata. Now please read the names below. Upika Sahagata, Panja Dwara Vachana Chaitam. So the meaning, Panja means 5, Dwara means door. The meaning is given below. Panja Dwara means 5 door. Vachana means advantage. So advantage means directing. Directing. Advantage and directing, the same thing. Consciousness. 5 door and body consciousness accompanied by indifference. That is neutral feeling. Number 2, please read number 2. Upika Sahagata, Mano Dwara Vachana Chaitanya. So Mano Dwara means mind door. Mano means mind. Mind door, Vachana and Vachi. Chaitanya means consciousness. Mind door and Vachi consciousness. Again, accompanied by indifference or neutral feeling. Number 3, Somanasa Sahagata, Hasi Dupada Chaitam. Hasi Dupada Chaitam means smile producing consciousness, accompanied by joy. Somanasa is joy. So accompanied by joy. And this Chaitam, the Hasi Dupada Chaitam, arises only in our hearts and Buddha. In our hearts and Buddha. Not in bodies like us. So it arises only in our heart. They will not arise in us. Now in this case, the 2 Vachana Chaitanya are quite important. They are quite important. So we say when any sense object appears in one of these 5 doors, so it is the function sense object. So by taking notice of the sense object, we say it directs the consciousness stream towards the sense object. The changer arises one after another. So it is in the form of a stream. It's streaming of consciousness. So in Abhidhamma, now it takes the sense object that I point you, then the following changer will also take the sense object. So it is always the leader, the first one. So it takes the stream of sense object towards that. So it directs the sense object towards the object. Now we also have the mind door. The mind usually arises in the blood of the heart, in the heart. So if you have like some thoughts about your friends, about your family, if you are thinking about them, so those thoughts arise in the mind door. So this time it is the to take notice of that sense of it, or to like the sense of the consciousness stream towards the sense of it. Okay? And this is so they divide their duty. They divide their duty. So these two are quite important to recognize each sense of it. So now we finish the two groups. 12 Abhidhamma changer and 18 Abhidhamma changer, altogether 30. And these 30 changers are known as Asopana changer. Asopana means not beautiful. Not beautiful. So, not beautiful changer, so that also means all the many changers are beautiful. Sopana. They are Asopana, so all the rest will be Sopana, beautiful. So the 24 changers that are remaining among the Kamavajra changers, they are known as Kamasovana changers. So on page 35, near the bottom there, we have the title Kama Sovana changer. So Sovana changer means beautiful consciousness. Beautiful consciousness. Kama refers to the sense sphere. So the sense sphere, beautiful consciousness. Now there are 24 consciousnesses, and they are divided into 3 groups equally. So again at the bottom you have Maha Kusala Changer. Now Maha is great. Kusala is moral, Chaitanya is consciousness, great moral consciousness. Number 2, Mahavipaka Chaitanya, great resultant consciousness. Now you are familiar with this word. Kusala is moral, Vipaka is resultant, Kriya is functional. Maha Kriya Chaitanya, great functional consciousness. Now, though we use the word great Maha here, it does not mean these changers are greater than others or more powerful than others. It just means greater in number. Greater in number. That we explain at the top of page 36. So Maha great means greater in number. So now, how it is greater in number? In the Mahakusala changer, we have 8 changers. We also have other Kusala changer, like here, Rupa Vajra Kusala changer 5. And then Arupa Vajra Kusala changer 4. And then Lokutara Kusala changer 4. So among these 4 groups of Kusala changer, Mahakusala changer, they number most. They are greatest in number, so they are called Mahakusala changer. And instead of Maha, you should also use this word, Kamavajra Kusala changer. Just like we use You can also use Dhamma, Vajra, Kusala, Chaitanya. So this Kusala, Chaitanya, they belong to the sense field, to the sense field. Now, on page 37, we get the table showing these 8 chaitas. So there are 8 of them. 4 Somanasa, that is positive sign, and the next 4 are negative signs, so they are Upekha, Sahagata. Actually, these symbols are the same as the 8 Lopa chaita that we have seen yesterday. The same thing. So the names will be also the same. The only difference is instead of Deji here, we have Jnana. So we just change it. Instead of Deji, Kada, Samyuta, you would say Jnana, Samyuta. Okay, now let's read the name. The first page. Somanasa Sahagata Jnana Samyutam Asankharikam Ekam Satsankharikam Ekam. So they differ only in Asankhara and Satsankhara. The first page. Now the second page. Again, Somanasa Sahagata Jnana Vaipayutam Asankharikam Ekam Satsankharikam Ekam. Then you change to the Upekha. So here. So the third page, Upekha Sahagata Jnana Samyutam Asankharikam Ekam Satsankharikam Ekam. The last page, Upekha Sahagata Jnana Vaipayutam Asankharikam Ekam Satsankharikam Ekam. So what does Jnana mean? Jnana means the knowledge of wisdom. Knowledge of wisdom. So the knowledge here is, what we refer to is the knowledge that understands karma and its result. The knowledge of Dhamma and its result. So when you know very curiously, these Mahakusala chaita will rise in you. Will rise in you. Now if you perform these meritorious deeds joyfully, so you have joy of Somanasa, pleasant melody will accompany that consciousness. Now, if you also have the knowledge of Dhamma and result in performing the meritorious deed, we say it is Jnana Samyuta, associated with the knowledge of Dhamma. So if you don't pay attention to the knowledge of Dhamma, or if you don't understand Dhamma and its result, or if you don't believe in Dhamma and result, so we say Jnana Vaipayutam, dissociated with knowledge. Dissociated from knowledge. So you can give the meaning just as you give the meaning of a Lopa chaita. Now let's try to translate the first chaita. So you look at the name there. The first chaita we say Somanasa Sahagata Jnana Samyutam Asankharikam Ekam. Ekam means one consciousness. Asankharikam, what does it mean? Unprompted. Unprompted means it is not prompted by you. It is spontaneous. It arises spontaneously. So unprompted, Somanasa Sahagata, accompanied by joy. And Jnana Samyutam, associated with knowledge. So if you know one consciousness, then you know the meanings of the rest. We also give you the meaning of page 38. If you have difficulty to translate the meaning we also have application below, and we should also read the application here. I give you some exercises to do. So if you can look and you can answer them, that will be nice. Now let's consider some practical application. The question is, when will these Mahakusala changes arise in you? When will they arise in you? Oh, you should answer very easily. When you perform very good things. Now, what are the very good things that we can perform? What are the very good things? So, in brief, there are only three kinds. The very good means in brief only three kinds. So, in Pali we say Dana, Sila, Bhava. Dana is almsgiving. Sila is observing or research, and Bhava is meditation. Although we say meditation, like studying the Dhamma, is also Bhava. It is also included in meditation. If you are saying prayers, invoking the Buddha, then again it is also included in meditation. Listening to the Dhamma, again it is included in the meditation. So these are the very good states. When we are performing any one of these, then we are having Kusala Chaitanya, Mahakusala Chaitanya. Now, at the beginning of our class, we pay homage to the Buddha by saying Namo Tassa. What will be the consciousness that arises at that time? Why you say prayer? What will be the consciousness? So if you are paying respect to the Buddha, you know it is Mahakusala Chaitanya. You can say that. Now, if you are paying homage joyfully, so it will be Somanasa Sahakata. Right? Somanasa Sahakata. And if you also know, you are also aware of Dhamma result, then we say Jnana Sampayutta. And you are saying your position is active. So, if it is prompted by someone, it becomes Sasamkarika Teja. If it is not prompted by anyone, if you say no, just pay respect, so it is not Sasamkarika Teja. The children, they do not know about Dhamma as result. So their parents are affected. No, you pay respect to the Buddha. So they also pay respect to the Buddha. So what change will arise in that? What change will arise in that? Again, Mahakusala Chaitanya, you can say. And they are happy. You pay respect, so it is so Manasa. And Jnana with you not associated with the knowledge of God. Jnana with you Sasamkarika. Sasamkarika is prompted by the God. Now, if you are listening to this my lecture very attentively, and then gladly, what change will arise in you? So, if you are happy, you will be so Manasa. And you should also have the knowledge of Dhamma. So, by listening or attending the lecture of the Buddhist Dhamma, so it is good Dhamma, it is wholesome feeling. So it will produce wholesome Dhamma, and this wholesome Dhamma will bear good result. Good result, starting from this existence and also in future existences. So that is, if you know that we have the knowledge of Dhamma, so when you get a little drowsy and a little lazy, and you have to try to bite your own. Try to listen, so you will become Sasakarika. Remember, the Buddha, he differentiated this Mahavisarajika into 8 kinds, depending on feeling, either Somanasa or the Upeka, and also depending on the knowledge, whether it is you have knowledge or not, and again depending on the intensity of your relation, whether it is active or not active. So the qualities will differ. Now, jnana samyuktam, jnana vidyuktam. The result becomes very different. Very different. How different you might say? Now, when physical dhamma bears result when you die, and you are reborn as a human being. So, if this dhamma is jnana samyuktam, you are resultant Chaitanya. We come to Mahamudaka Chaitanya. The resultant Chaitanya will also be Jnana Samyuktam. Jnana Samyuktam means your deeper consciousness is associated with knowledge. So, if you pay no respect to karma, you don't believe in karma, you are therefore only Jnana Vidyukta. Jnana Vidyukta, Kusala Chaitanya. So its karma will be also Jnana Vidyukta. But in the result, you get only Jnana Vidyukta Chaitanya. So if you are born as a human being, your rebirth consciousness is not associated with God. So that means you will not be very competitive. You will not be very competitive. And especially in meditation, you can never attain jhana, metta, and bhava. So, if you are jnana vidyukta, so the difference is quite outstanding. And asankarika, satsankarika, also the result is very outstanding. Very outstanding. So at the time of the Buddha, there is a couple of Brahmins. They were very poor. They had only one cloth, the upper cloth, like the Indians. They go in the sari, then they pull it. So the Buddha is giving Dhamma talk in Jidamma monastery. So they said, now, the lady, you listen at the daytime. I shall listen at the night time. They cannot go together because they have only one upper. So only one upper garment, if I say. So at night time, the Brahmin, he listens to the Dhamma. Why he was listening to the Dhamma? Oh, he felt. He wanted to offer something to the Buddha. Now, what should I offer? He said, only this upper garment. Then he said, oh, we have only this one. If I offer it, we cannot come to the Dhamma anymore. So I don't give them so he went. Now he listens to the Dhamma and it comes to the midnight. So again he wants to offer it. But again, he became hesitant, so he could not offer it. Only at dawn, so it was dawn, so the Buddha didn't stop. Only then he said, oh now, this greediness, that's greedy, because of greediness, because of attachment to that. Now because of this greed and attachment, I have been in samsara for a long time. Now I want to overcome it. So take it up, go in with me, put it in the legs of the Buddha. I offer you the Buddha. And then he went out and he shouted, Jidamli. Now I won now, I win now, I win going around the city, checking for security. So as he did, people lost it because he worried about security. So his custom. He used to come to the Buddha before he went back to sleep. So he came in. At that time, this man was shouting, "Now I won, now I won." So the king was scared. He was scared. Now, did he win? Did he conquer me or something like that? So he was saying, "Now we go in and try to get one." So when the king knew that he conquered his greed, then the king was very, very delighted. So he said, "Now give this man 2 garments." So give this man 2 garments. So his son bring 2 garments to give him. So he has the momentum to offer. As soon as he got it, now I offer you. The king was delighted. Now give him 4 garments. I offer you. Give him 8 garments. I offer you. Give him 61. I offer you. 32. So it goes double, double, double. 32. So he tried to play. Now this king, he is giving me again and again. It's like go on offering. Well, this time I will take 2. One for me and one for my wife. So I will take 1 million. So the remaining 30, I will put them. So again, the king was delighted and he gave him the 2 carpets. Was 1 lakh each. 2 carpets. The very expensive carpets. Each was 1 lakh. 1 lakh. So he offered one to the Buddha and he took one to his house so that to make the sale when the Buddha came to his house. So the monks praised this man that he could offer the only garment that he possessed to the Buddha. And he got the result of the right immediately. So he said, so the Buddha prayed, he said, now this man, he could not offer his garment in the first watch of the night. And he could not offer in the second watch of the night. He offered only at the third watch of the night. And because of that, he got only this. If he can offer in the first watch, he will get 3 times more than him. So that the Asamkhamika is very important. Why we are performing very good states. Try to do it very Asamkhamika day. So now we have the 8 Mahavisala Chaitra and also 8 Mahavipaka Chaitra, 8 Mahavriya Chaitra. Now the names of these Chaitra, they are the same way as Mahavisala Chaitra. So we get them on page 14. The Mahavipaka Chaitra and Mahavriya Chaitra. Now the 8 Mahavipaka Chaitras as well as the 8 Mahavriya Chaitra are named in the same way as the 8 Mahavisala Chaitra. So if you want to name them, you just or like we have just all these Mahavisala Chaitras. So these 8 will also go Somanasa Sargadam Jnana Samvitam Asankarikam Ekam Satsankarikam Ekam. Same thing. Then how should we differentiate that? So here we differentiate by the tribes. We say these 8 are Mahavisala Chaitra, these 8 are Mahavipaka, these 8 are Mahavriya. So when we are naming, we already know they are Mahavriya Chaitra. Now if you want to make the difference, we give you the example below there in your book. So if you just continue reading below, number 1. So manasa sahagana jnana samyuktam asankarika Mahavisala Chaitra. So in this Mahavisala Chaitra, you mentioned here. Number 2. So manasa sahagana jnana samyuktam asankarika Mahavipaka Chaitra. And the third one, Somanasa Sagaranyana Samyukam Asankarika Next one, we finish the Mahavipaka. Oh, now I like it there. Now when that karma produce a new existence, actually in this existence, one of our wholesome foundations, the arising of this existence. And your existence begins with conceiving in the mother's womb. So when you are conceived in the mother's womb, so this karma starts producing its effect. That is, it will produce the Mahavipaka Kriya. So if you perform your meditation state with the first Mahavipaka Kriya, then its effect usually is the first Mahavipaka Kriya. Now this karma will keep on producing its effect. This Mahavipaka Kriya one after another for the whole lifespan, depending on its strength. If the karma is very strong, you will have a long lifespan. If the karma is not very strong, you will have a short lifespan. So during that time, it keeps on producing its result, Mahavipaka Kriya, throughout your lifespan. So the first Mahavipaka Kriya, we say it functions as rebirth consciousness because it starts the rebirth. So we call it rebirth consciousness. You have just read. You have just read. Otherwise we can read. Mahakusala Kriya, the next paragraph. Mahavipaka Kriya are the karma results of Mahakusala Kriya's past life. They function as Atisanji Chaitanya, that is rebirth consciousness. Avinda Chaitanya, subconsciousness of life continuing consciousness. And Chuchi Chaitanya, death consciousness in human beings and laborers in the present existence. So the first Mahavipaka Chaitanya will function as rebirth consciousness. And the subsequent Mahavipaka Chaitanya, they serve as life continuing consciousness. This life continuing consciousness arises in us all the time. Now, while you are sleeping, so those life continuing Chaitanya will arise in you. They keep you alive. If the Chaitanya stop arising, you die. If no Chaitanya arises, then you die. No. So it keeps you alive, this life continuing Chaitanya. So now when we come to the third chapter, we learn about this in more detail. And just give you the knowledge beforehand now. Because one gentleman, he asked me, so when a person is in cold, would he have the Chaitanya arising in him? I said, yes. The Chaitanya must keep arising, otherwise he die. Though he is in coma, he is still alive. So if he is still alive, the Chaitanya keeps on arising. But the Chaitanya is this one, life continuum. Life continuum, we also call that life continuum. So when that Chaitanya arises, you don't know anything. Because it takes the sense of the past existence. So you learn that later on. So psychologists call this data unconscious mind. Because it is not conscious of everything. Actually, it is conscious of the past sense of it that we need to know. Every consciousness is aware of some sense of it. It must be aware of some sense of it. Now, this Mahavipaka Kriya will keep on arising, and finally, the last Mahavipaka Kriya, after that Kriya, you die. So we call it death consciousness. Also, Mahavipaka Kriya, they function as rebirth consciousness, life continuum consciousness, and finally as death consciousness. And the next paragraph again, the bottom one, on page 36. Mahapriya Chaitanya arise in the heart. When Arahants have no attachment to anything. They expect no rewards from their wholesome deed. So their creatures are just functional and will not bear any karma result in future life. Arahants do not have any future life. So Arahants are the highest levels we call them perfect ones, because their mind is totally pure. Their mind is totally pure. They have eliminated this loka, dosa, moha completely. Nothing remains. So there's no greed remains in them. These Arahants, they have no desire, no craving, no attachment. But they perform meritorious deeds because meritorious deeds should be performed. But they expect nothing. As they expect nothing, they get no result of that. So their Cheta is just function. So we call them Kriya Cheta. Kriya Cheta. Maha Kriya Cheta. Now we finish the people Kavavajara Cheta. So these Chetas are the ones that arise in the sensitive. They arise mostly in the sensitive. So they are also the ones that arise in us mostly. But you should know, the Hasitopada, it is also Kriya Cheta. And the 8 Maha Kriya Cheta, these 9 Kriya Cheta can arise only in the heart. So how many Cheta will arise in the body? In us. How many Cheta will arise in us? Out of the people, you just subtract this 9. All the remaining 45 will arise in us. Okay, the remaining 45 will arise in us. And we have about 15 minutes, so we should go to the next topic. So we come to page 14 now. Abhidhamma, our new topic is on page 41, that is Rupa Vajra Cheta. Now before we go there, I just want to remind you, now among the 45 Cheta that can arise in life, the Vipaka Chetas and the 2 Kriya Cheta, they will arise automatically. They don't depend on any effort from us. Why you are observing same present sense object? Kusala Vipaka Cheta, they will arise automatically. If you are observing unpleasant things, the Kusala Vipaka Cheta will arise. So in cognizing, that is in making those sense object to be aware. So they also take part. You have always seen them. So these you have control on them. They are automatic. But you have control on the Amsala Cheta and Mahamsala Cheta. It depends on you. So, and these 2 Chetas are the more important ones, because they will use the karma. So whatever you do, you are going to have a karma. You are going to have karma. This karma will decide your fate and destiny. Your present fate and destiny is that your future fate and destiny. They decide. So it's important that you try to check the Amsala Cheta not to arise in you as very often. Of course, we cannot completely stop them. They will arise in us. But try to minimize them. Try to minimize them. And Rupa Loka, we do yesterday, it is fine material sphere. Fine material. Those Brahma, they are very fine material. We cannot observe them. Their materials are so subtle. Even the day one, we can consider because they are fine material. So they are fine materials here. Now there are 15 Rupa Vaya Chaitra. They are divided equally into 3 groups. So these 3 groups, number 1, Rupa Vaya Kusala Chaitra 5. So we translated Rupa Jnana moral consciousness. So actually these are the Jnana Chaitra. But if we translate directly, Rupa Vajana means fine material. Rupa Vajana means fine material. Kusala Chaitra means moral consciousness. Fine material, moral consciousness. Or we can use as we say here, Rupa Jnana, moral consciousness. Rupa Vajana Vipaka Chaitra, Rupa Jnana, resultant consciousness. Rupa Vajana Kriya Chaitra, Rupa Jnana, functional consciousness. Now, the division into 3 classes is the same as we have done with the Sovana Chaitra series. The 24 we divide equally into 3 groups: Kusala, Vipaka, Kriya. The same thing here, you take the 15, you divide them into Kusala, Vipaka, Kriya. Same thing. So that means this Rupa Vipaka Kusala Chaitra, there are 5 of them. They can arise in the Brahman, but they can also arise in us, in human beings. In human beings who are not arahats yet. So if we say if we are not arahat, whenever we perform meritorious deeds, Mahakusala Chaitra will arise. If arahats perform meritorious deeds, what Chaitra will arise? Mahakriya Chaitra. Same thing if we undertake tranquility meditation. If we undertake tranquility meditation, we shall attain 5 Rupa Vajana Kusala Chaitra. If arahat, they undertake tranquility meditation, they will attain Rupa Vajana Kriya Chaitra. Again, this Rupa Vajana Vipaka, they are the resultant of this Kusala. So if you can develop Rupa Vajana Kusala Chaitra in this existence, and if you can maintain that Kusala Chaitra, that Jnana, children, you will be born in the Brahma world with this Rupa Vajana Vipaka Chaitra. Starting as rebirth consciousness, life continuum consciousness, and finally death consciousness. The rebirth consciousness, life continuum consciousness of the Rupa Brahma. So the Vipaka Chaitra can arise only in the Rupa Brahma, not in the human world. Okay? But Rupa Vasa, Kusala Chaitra and Kriya Chaitra can arise in the human world. Okay. Now, these Chaitras are known as Jnana Chaitra. Jnana. Now, what is Jnana? On page 42, he explains what is Jnana. On page 42 at the middle, Jnana is a state of willful concentration or absorption on an object. It is a combination of factors of absorption. Jnana mentally means Jnana factors. It is the combination of Jnana factors. These factors, number 5 in total. So they are described below. So these Jnana factors are actually they are in the single mental factor. That associate with Kusala and Akusala Chaitra. They associate both with Kusala and Akusala Chaitra. Now, just look at the Jnana factors. Number 1 is we call Vitakka. Initial application that directs the mind towards the sense object. So Vitakka is the direct application of the mind. Now when I point you to this word, now if you look at that, That means that is applying your mind to that sense of it. Now when you pay attention to my word, and Vichakka is applying your mind to my word. If you think of your heart, that means Vichakka applies your mind to your heart. So Vichakka can apply the mind to various objects. Now to whichever object it goes on, you think about that. So we also know the Vichakka is initial negation that divides the mind towards the object. Two Vichara, sustained negation that examines the object again and again. Now Vichakka just apply the mind to the sense object, that is, its function is finished. But the mind will not stay there, it will go to another place. Now Vichara try to maintain the mind on the object by reconsulting the object again and again. So we say sustained negation that examines the object again and again. Now 3 is piti, joy or pleasure, interest in the object. So piti is joy. So if you have joy at a place, like in an amusement place, if you have joy there, you have fun there, you might stay there longer. The same thing, joy makes the mind stay longer on the sense object. And number 4 is the Vedana, feeling or sensation. There are 5 kinds of Vedana you have seen here. Somanasa, Upekha, Domanasa, Sukha, Dukkha. Also of the 5 forms of Vedana, only 2 forms can occur in Jhana. They are Sukha, pleasant or agreeable feeling or bliss, and Upekha, neutral feeling or equanimity. So when you have Sukha, you are having bliss. Bliss means you are having a good time. So that